All of that said, everybody, new season, Wyoming Cowboys football takes the center stage. Even though I don't want to give up without winning a national title, but man, I have a hunch this season's going to suck. We set up the schedule the last time that we played. It wasn't last night, but it was the night before. And again, this is what our schedule looks like this year. Rutgers, Iowa, Coastal Carolina, Iowa State, North Texas, USC, Penn State, South Bama, Ohio State, Temple, Vandy, and Oregon State. It's a B+ strength of schedule. That's a bit scary, but then you factor in our current conference situation, it gets a lot more scary. Can we rename conferences next offseason if we keep going? Yes. You've said that about every season. I know, and so far things have gone well, so I'll keep saying it. In terms of what the team will be this season, at quarterback, Frank Grimes, Space Cowboy, and his senior understudy, Howie Do the Thing. Third stringer, the new addition, MJF Dick Kick, will be red shirt for the year. Isn't the end of Dynasty at 25? No, it's like 70 years in this. Running backs, Nicole Bach, Dirt McGirt, Necessary Roughness, and Good Riddance, Angel Hernandez. Hopefully by the time this is uploaded on YouTube, Angel Hernandez is still amongst the living. This is celebrating the fact that he retired. Obviously, running backs can, that the depth can be filled up by wideouts, so it's fine. At fullback, Surfer Sting, Handle with Care, and Lap 1 Haas will be red shirt this year. Wideouts, Can I Pass to Frank, Matt Rempe's Punch Out, Sunburnt Numblegs, Cowboy Bob, Silicon Red, and Billy Walton. That is the weakest receiver core that we have had in a very long time. That's not great. Like, the running backs are okay, but man, that receiver core is thin. At tight end, 3 seniors, but damn, they're good. Wild Bull Buchanan, Merle's Hook Hand, Mesh Chaps, and Outstanding in his field, who will sit out for the year. Left tackle, Eat More Chicken, Shut It Cody, Sheldon's dad, George Cooper, and Remix Jones over here. Your left guard, Scruffy Scruffington, Rob Claude Van Dam, and MetLife Achilles Tear. ETA for this episode of Wyoming Football, January 1st, 4044. Won't be that long. Close, though. At center, Freddie McDonough and the Slappening. Right guard, Wanka. Fat guy, little coat. Retired for VP. My other horse is a horse. Milk and Emu. I don't even know if they can be milked. And Troy and Abed and DeMornin. At right tackle, Cranjus McBasketball, Karan Quinoa, and Disco Inferno will redshirt Cranjus for this year to get him a better overall for his senior year. Left end, Eats Corn Long Way, Will Smith's right hand, and we had a baby, it's a boy. We're going to be aggressive with the red shirt still, and it might sink us this year, but that's the plan. Right end side, Swift Kick Endon Ads, and Six Fingers Steve. Defensive tackles, Karen Rogers, the captain of this team. Unrivaled leadership. Iranian Helicopter, Luca Magic, and Patreon content. At linebacker, Henry Rowan Gartner, Ron Farouk, and Saddle Sore Roughneck. Middle linebacker, Kanye's Westicles, Big Ditka, Professional Gaslighter, and Purdy Face. On the right, Droppin' S, Pimpin' Ain't Easy, and Argyle Green Pasture. The secondary, which is also rough, Frau Blucher, Omaha, Get Along Lil Toogie, Abaddon Truffle, Moistus Alou, Biggest Dickus, and Chuck Norris Stunt Double. At safety, Emu Riding Cowboy and Been a Long Time. And on the other side, Save a Horse, Ride 'em Cowgirl, and Fred Warner. Your kicker, the Knights Who Say. Chat's going to argue over the end of that. And at punter, Shaquille O'Neal. I don't have a good feeling about this season. I really don't. But I don't have a good feeling about any seasons. If we're being honest. When's the last time I had a good feeling about any of these seasons? It's been a long time. It's been a long time. The offensive line looks good, though, now that we see it on paper. Defensive line is atrocious. Linebackers, secondary, oh God. I really don't think this is going to go our way. In terms of kick and punt return, we lost our return man from last year. This guy just has no agility. So we're going to have to go with biggest Dickus as our return man for the looks of it. Unless, actually, you know what, the acceleration, get along, little Toogie. Get along, little Toogie. Will be our return man this year. There we go. In terms of the recruitment board, we started to take a look at it. We actually have some good options this year at athlete and quarterback. Let's actually go over those first. We have a few points left to use. But for athletes, 6 of them. Now, granted, only 2 of them are above a 70, but we're going to keep these athletes there for the moment. But Marcus Hamilton especially could be a beast. He could also be a quarterback, as you can see by the throw power. But in terms of quarterbacks, 80 overall, Kevin Washington as a JUCO. Jason Landry is also very, very good. So it's not looking like we're going to have any trouble at the quarterback position over the next little bit. But obviously, we still got to look at running backs here. And again, JUCO only. So we will hope for the best. Oh, maybe a 3-star? John Perry. We got Richmond Mitchell as a sophomore. Richmond Mitchell. Hell of a name. Hope for good wide receivers. We need the most help in the secondary, if we're being honest. The secondary is paper thin. It's paper that has been cut in half. So it's that level of paper thin. It's paper twice cut the long way thin. We'll work on the name, but the dimensions remain the same. Let's see, anybody else here? Mike Powers. It's 1-ply toilet paper. Yeah. Then again, our secondary always sucks, so who cares if we don't have good overall players in the mix? They're always terrible. Every single year, our secondary is atrocious. Like, maybe I should switch playbooks to take out the custom ones, but our defense sucked even before that. That's why we went to the custom playbooks. Let's see. Hello, 80 overall, Richmond Mitchell. Good Lord. Tyler Anderson we can cut. We're going to have that 70 overall threshold again. Because we have the athletes, and better to go with them. Colt Horton. This is shaping up to be another tremendous recruitment class. So, a brand new season, 2034. No, it's 2034, man. Ridiculous. Ridiculous. Oh, boy. All right. Now we do have a bye week, week 1. The good thing is, obviously, we get to focus on recruitment a little bit more. I'll be 36. That's unsettling to me. I will be 40 in 2034. So talk about unsettling. Let's see. Luke Glover, do you make the cut? Yes, he does. He's great. Tiebreaker. I can show you in a second. Damn, there's some good running backs this year. Whew. God damn. So far, not so bad. But yeah, for anybody who's missed the majority of this run, in terms of the coach info, in our 21 years at Wyoming, we are 198 wins and 84 losses, 36-30 all time versus the top 25 with a bowl record of 14-5. Hello, Crash. Andrews.
I
don't know how we're still friends after 56 months. I'll be 54 in 2030. Yeah, but you're going to look gorgeous. You're going to look better at 54 than I do at 40, buddy. So you're good to go. You already look better at your current unanswered age than I do at 30. You handsome devil. Crash Andrews, by the way, big proponent of the Mad Max season of Fortnite. He loves it. He absolutely loves it. Do we have any fullbacks? I mean, it's not the biggest position in need, but we might as well look. We're going to look at every spot, as we always do. Desmond Kraft doesn't want to be here. Chase Knoll is terrible. No fullbacks this year, shockingly. Wideouts, how I wish we could go for Darius Andrews. Toogie is French for fucking fibber. Crash, you're going to want to play again. You know it. You love Fortnite. You love it. New movie was incredible. I heard. Although 2024 seems like it could be the year that finally kills the box office. For a variety of factors, obviously. I'm not here to break down the collapse of cinema. But, you know. Oh, good. Hello, Jerome Young, New Jack! Fucking hitting people with trash cans, scalping underage kids. Goddamn New Jack. Alexa, play Natural Born Killers. That's a joke for the wrestling fans. Let's see. Marshall Elbert. Marshall Elbert. Chad Walter. I went to school with a Chad Walters. That's weird. Let's see. We also got Gary Henry. Anybody else? Anybody else? Javon Brown. I will say the funniest thing you could do to a non-wrestling fan is get them to watch an episode of Dark Side of the Ring. That's a joke for the old people. That's a joke for wrestling fans too. If you don't know who New Jack is, bitch, you're not a wrestling fan. You're a WWE fan. And there's a difference, by God. There's a by God difference. And that's okay, but there is a difference. We have anybody else here at wide receiver? No. Cool. I got a ticket to see Godsmack is still touring? Way to go, Sully. How many fucking times can people listen to you sing Voodoo before they're like, you know, I don't know if this guy's actually that good. Fair play. Fair play. Cynical, we saw a guy named Jerome Young, hence the New Jack reference. Dude, there are some very fucking good offensive players in this year's recruitment class. It's just a matter of how many of them we get. Hopefully all of them. All right, those guys are going to miss that 70 overall threshold, but still 4 fantastic wideouts. Not bad. Tight end. Let's go see who's out there at tight end. Let's see. Nate Robinson, Celtics legend. Ron Lester. Anybody at tight end? Anybody, please give us someone. Got Peter Evans, John Huffman. For Booker Huffman. We got Vincent Horne. I know it's Horn, but let me have this. Got Chad Beret. Frank Garcia doesn't want to be here. I wouldn't want to go to Wyoming either, Frank. Don't worry about it. Left tackle, or just offensive tackle in general. New Jack's here to finish the story by killing Vic Grimes. Vic Grimes outlived New Jack, didn't he? Pretty sure Vic Grimes is still alive. Somehow. This is the man from Maine. Maine is a more attractive destination than Wyoming. That's just a fact. That's just a fact. I would go to Wyoming to see the nothing. It sounds fun. Wyoming has a whole hell of a lot more nothing than Maine does, and Maine has a lot of nothing. So we got Sam Castillo. Anybody else? Nate Leach. Barry doesn't want to be here. Mike Lewis. Rob Vaughn. I prefer Rick Vaughn. All right, let's go look. Maine is Wyoming for people who eat quinoa and name their kids Brendan. I feel attacked, sir. I feel attacked. Tight ends. Peter Evans, not bad. Huff, okay. Hornay. Oh, no. Let's see. Chad Bray. Nope, not good. Am I from Maine? I am. I am indeed. I was born in Massachusetts, but that's because my parents were planning on moving to Maine, and there was a big-ass snowstorm. And then I said, I'm going to be born in Massachusetts, and my parents said, that's cool, we're still moving you to Maine. So, born in Massachusetts, a lot of family down that way still, but very much a Mainer. And I don't anticipate that changing. I really can't imagine living anywhere else. Let's see, Brian Cooper, not bad. I'm in Canada, but I'm like 10 minutes away. I go over the border quite often. It's a good time. It's a good time. Do some grocery shopping in Canada. Shit's cheaper. Bobby Maguire, son of Big Mac. Mac Maguire. 71 overall, AJ Watkins. He doesn't want to come here, though. Goodness. Let's see, that guy doesn't want to be here either. Are you passing through Jackman? Not Jackman. Not Jackman. So we are not going to have a chance encounter if you're close to Jackman. How's being in the Power 6 conference coming? One season down. We didn't get relegated. We're about ready to start season 2, and we're probably going to get dicked down. But that's okay. As a Canadian, the words cheap and groceries don't correlate. Right, but you got to figure I get to deal with the exchange rate, so it's not that bad. Because shit's expensive as fuck over here, too. Everything's expensive as fuck over here. All right, we looked at tight ends, right? Yeah, because we were only down to the 2. There's absolutely nothing in Maine near Jackman. Correct. Correct. There is pretty much goddamn nothing in Jackman. For those who do not know, Jackman, Maine's population 783. Nickname, the Switzerland of Maine. Absolutely fuck all in Jackman. And basically, pretty much, we've talked about this before, that entire part of the state, right? Give me a second. Give me a second. What the fuck am I looking for? What? Just let me download the file. Fucker. God damn. Just let me. Fuck. Let me in. I'm trying to fuck. Why'd you gonna save it as an F? Whatever. Bang. Open up Paint at this point. Fuck it. Right? Here's Maine. We've talked about Maine before. My home and native land. It's a beautiful, beautiful state. However, when it comes to Maine, also that screenshot was the worst thing that could happen because it cut out the entire coastline. Hold on. We're doing this. Fuck college football. Who cares about college? There we go. Anyway, when it comes to my beautiful, beautiful state, can I zoom in again? Thank you. When it comes to my beautiful state, right? What am I looking for? Give me the pen tool. That's fine. Make that a thick-ass line. So down here is where most people enter the state, right? And that's good. Because in Maine, as long as you are within that border, there are things. Right? All throughout here, fuck all. There is nothing but water, woods, and corn. And moose and bear. That's it. That's it. Down here, civilization. All of the red, fuck all. And that's my beautiful state. And I love it to death. Anyway. Shout out to Sam Castillo. He looks great. Nate Leach, not so much. GeoGuessr Google Maps edition, right? Oof, only one tackle this year. Presque Isle. Look, credit to the likes of Presque Isle and the Millinockets of the world. Come on. Come on now. Oh, goodness. Bobby Maguire. Welcome to the state I live in. Hardly any civilization. That's why I live here, because there's nothing here. It's great. Fuck people. People ruin everything. I live where there's no people. It's beautiful. It's fucking beautiful. Let me tell you how great it is to live in a place with no people. Fucking great. Don't get me wrong. I like going down to Boston a couple times a year, having some fun. But Christ, like, then I get to come home, retreat to the middle of goddamn nowhere, where it's just me, my wife, our dog, our cat, and I just get left alone. It's fucking awesome. I highly recommend it. Shit's cheaper because there's nobody around. It's fucking awesome. Let's be honest, for people that live in big-ass cities, oh, there's so many things to do. How many things do you actually do, though? Oh, there's like hundreds of places to eat. Yeah, you eat at the same 2 fucking places. Don't you fucking lie to me. You have your one place for fucking Chinese. You got your one place for Thai, even though there's 10,000 options. And you're like, yeah, but at least I live in a place with options, even though you eat at the same fucking place every time. Tell me I'm wrong. You can't. You better feel seen because you know I'm right. I don't even know who the fuck I'm arguing with, theoretical person, but I'm right. That's the New Englander in me. Joke's on you, I have 5 spots. Ooh, 5 spots at a fucking 7,000. Look at you, Mr. Fancy Man. Look at you. There's no way I haven't missed at least like 17 JUCOs. Spent a lot of time walking around people, dodging cars, and squeezing by people in cars. Yeah. You know what I get to do? I get to pull over on the side of the road and save turtles. That's happened 3 times since I've moved to where I currently live with my wife. We have pulled over 3 times to help turtles off the road and back onto the side. Meanwhile, you get yelled at by Sean Avery because you're driving in the bike lane. I'm sitting here saving turtles. We are not the same. Oh, God, I am delirious today, in case you can't tell. But I'm having fun. I love living in Kansas. My one hobby is drinking, and the one cool thing is we have a completely incomprehensible Swedish town 20 minutes from me. You're not supposed to help. You're supposed to help the turts. Save the turts. I know I'm still on defensive end, and I just looked at this, but again, I really can't help but think I fucked up. Save the turts. I had to drive 50 miles to go to Walmart, so it's got to be way more than that. That's fair. Don't live in such an out of the... Remember the map. Remember all the red. Yeah, don't live there. Live relatively close to, you know, civilization. Don't live too far out of the way. That's the key. That's the key. You want to be like 15, 20 minutes tops from a Walmart. I'm about 10. Perfect. Perfect. You're in her DMs. I'm saving turtles, but we're not the same. What side of the road do you put the turtle on? It depends on what side of the road I'm on. But typically, whatever direction they're going, because that was their decision. You know, they could be charging head first towards a bird's nest, and they're just going to commit a fucking bird family massacre. But that's their choice. Those birds shouldn't have been where the turtles can get them. You know? So what if I helped out a bird massacre unwillingly? That's the bird's fault. You know? The fuck is this stream? Why do people watch this? Jesus Christ. There was only one center. There was only one goddamn center and one tackle. We don't need a ton of offensive line help, so it's fine. It's a great background noise for Destiny PvP. Fair enough. Birds aren't real. I showed my wife that meme, and now anytime we're on a goddamn dog walk and we see a bird on the power line, she goes, "Hey, look, it's charging." The fucking meme of the car that says power lines are for birds to charge. It's fucking incredible. I've been to Shirley, Maine. I have not. I have no idea where the hell that is. Just because I'm from here doesn't mean I've been everywhere that's here. You know? Oh, okay. We did look at all the centers. By describing what you just said, you knew that a bird massacre was about to happen. Therefore, you're an accomplice. Okay, fine. I admit it. I wanted those birds dead. They kept shitting on my car. These theoretical birds. You've given your wife brain rot. Hey, she knew what she was signing up for, all right? How do you make money on the internet? She didn't immediately say, I don't think this is going to work. So this is her fault. She signed up for this. Look, I take out the trash and do the dishes like a good house husband. So she could be doing worse, you know? Okay, I definitely missed some of the defensive ends. But he's not a JUCO. Never mind, I lied. Okay, I think we're good then. Let's see, defensive tackles. This is taking 6 years because I have been so goddamn distracted. But you know what? Hey. This is what you sign up for. You hit the play button. You signed up for this. You could always tab out. It's not too late. Control W, motherfuckers. Control W. It's not too late. You could peace out right now. I wouldn't blame you. What grade does she teach you again? Elementary school. So again, because we're from a smaller place, we're talking like K through 6. She teaches at a relatively small school. So yeah, she's insane because she has to deal with a ridiculous gap in terms of, you know, just the age range of kids. But she'd still, as she has told me, would rather deal with elementary school kids than deal with like middle school or high schoolers. And she's right for that opinion because middle school and high schoolers are the worst people on the planet. Okay, good. I didn't miss anybody. Mavs and 4. Oh, yeah. How does your wife hear about Skibbity Toilet? Fun fact, AJ, I was about to mention it. It was only last week that she came home and said, if I have to hear the word Skibbity Toilet one more fucking time, I might quit. So the answer is often. Often. Maine's population density is blank per square mile. Where I live in Montana, it's 7 people. Jack, you did forget a certain detail there, but I'm going to guess then what you're saying is that Montana is less dense, which would make sense. Which would make sense. YouTube's going to love this conversation. Let's be honest. Anything that I upload to YouTube is just a way to be like, hey, you should have been there live. That's the way. That is the way. Strong foowa there. 43 so 43 compared to... Jesus Christ, Montana is... Montana's not very dense, although... I gotta be honest, I'm sorry, but my brain immediately went to like, but the whole state says red! How did the Democrat win? And it's like, you realize it's red because nobody fucking lives there, right? Politics! Woo! Anyway. We have fun here. Certain Americans' lack of understanding of what population density is one of my favorite things. I gotta be honest. High school, both people and the entire thing itself sucks. Some people have good high school experiences. Not everybody, though. Not me. Mine was okay. Hindsight. You know, you gotta still miss certain. I feel sorry if there's someone who is like, genuinely, there was not a single fucking thing I miss about high school. Because that sucks. For me, at the very least, it's like, I do, like, the big thing is like, yeah, I miss being able to see my friends every day. You know? Like, that is absolutely the one thing that I miss the most. Like, it's like, oh, the whole, like, having a job thing, whatever. It's like, well, whatever. Because I don't have a real one, like chat tells me all the fucking time. What are friends? Yeah. Nothing like trying to find excuses to hang out. You know? Nothing like it. One thing I miss about high school was, hot damn, I miss life being, that's fair. They tell you to enjoy it, and you're like, nah, it's gonna be fine. And then, boy, once you have to start paying rent or paying the mortgage payment, you're like, oh shit, high school is actually a great time. For some people, again, no matter what, some people be like, nope, high school sucked. And I get it. I get it. Any other JUCOs, please? We're only on outside linebackers. Calvin Butler. Ooh, Eddie Tyson. I have nightmares about going back to school. I'm a grown-ass man with a career and a mortgage. I still worry that I have to wake up and go back. That's fair. That's fair. I gotta be honest, though. Every once in a while, at least for me, I get a good, like, high school memory dream where I'm put back at a specific place and time in a specific class and stuff like that, and I'm like, this is nice. You know, just that like taste of what life used to be, but without it being the reality. You know, that's not bad. Let's see, so we had Tariq Allen. 3 solid defensive ends. What about linebackers? Ricky Butler, you are a bust. Get out of here. Calvin Butler's great. Tyson's great. Cam Brown misses the cut. I get those about college. I forgot to turn in a major assignment. For me, it's like never a nightmare, though. I gotta be honest. For me, it's never like panicking about that or anything. It's like, for whatever reason, it's always tied to like, yes, the good aspects of school. Maybe because when I was in school, I was already dealing with enough of the negative shit that my brain's like, yeah, we're not reliving that stuff. Well, no, Flo, that's what I mean. Like, if someone, you know, had experiences being bullied or shit like that, or their home life at the time was really shit, something like that, yeah, they're going to be like, nope, don't miss that time in my life at all. Totally get it. Trust me, there were some fucking negative aspects of that time period for me, too. It is easy to say, like, yeah, I'd take the positives again, but it's like, well, do I also have to deal with the negatives? Because the negatives weren't great, you know? Fuck bullies. Here. I can admit, like, the only time I was ever a bully in school was when second grade going into third grade, I moved, obviously. But I mean, like, that summer, we moved to a different town. And, you know, for a 9-year-old kid, it's, oh, fuck, am I going to make friends? Am I going to get made fun of? I'll join in on making fun of this other kid so people aren't making fun of me. And then I apologized to that kid repeatedly. Profusely in subsequent years because I genuinely felt like a piece of shit. And thankfully he accepted my apology because a lot of people didn't go and apologize to him. And it's kind of sad to not see people, you know, kind of develop and realize, oh, I was shitty. But, you know, anyway, if you ever find yourself as a union leader agreeing with the company, where the hell did that come from? I look away from the chat for a few seconds and get people talking about unions. The hell did I miss? And you let that kid give you a swift kick in the nads. Honestly, I would have. Like, it was never like any like physical or anything like that. It was just like, yeah, that kid's fucking stupid and just the dumb fucking shit like that. Not saying that obviously verbal abuse can't be incredibly impactful and isn't an incredibly shitty thing to do. But obviously there are levels between, that and physical abuse and yada yada, right? Mom is currently on strike. Union leader statement to the press makes me want to curb stomp. Fair enough. I mean, in fairness, though, if given the choice, I feel like there's a lot of people that people would like to curb stomp, And a lot of them are people in positions of power. It's just kind of the way, High school wasn't good or bad. It was just 4 years of life. I feel like that's how a lot of people view it, though, right? It's like, yeah, there was some good about it. There was some bad about it. Man, BJ Stewart, holy shit, +8. Let's go, buddy. I want to curb stomp myself. Holy shit, 2 +8s at corner. That is what we needed to see. We still have to look at safeties, but hot dog. I do have to free up some spaces here. I'm going to drop Chris Mosby, I think, because we have 2 other superior quarterbacks. We had 4 running backs, all of which are pretty good. My high school graduating class had 64 people. Jesus, that is a small amount. 64 people in a graduating class. Holy shit. Mine was a couple of hundred. And I've had people over the years tell me, Jesus Christ, my graduating class was 1,000+. And I'm like, I can't imagine that. 64 people. Sheesh. Let's get rid of these athletes, I think. My wife had 16. She went to a school that was K through 12. Jesus Christ. See, I do love hearing about... that's one of the positive aspects of the whole streaming deal, is I am genuinely intrigued at, other people's experiences, especially, stuff like that, where it's just how different it is. Because I can't imagine having gone to, a school that would have resulted in my, high school graduating class having more people than it did. But for other people, that's just the fucking normal of it, right? You live in a bigger city. It's just, yeah, what do you mean? But then at the same time, I hear about people where it's their graduating classes were even significantly smaller than what I had them. Just what the hell was that experience like? So I just find it all interesting. Imagine having an uneven number of boys and girls in a class of 16. I mean, realistically, there's a good chance of that happening. In which case... yeah, there could be some interesting dynamics there, couldn't there? There could be some interesting dynamics. And then you're just presuming that everybody's straight, K-Bot, with that question. And that's not a fair thing to presume. So, you never know. Okay, we didn't look at King. I was going to say we looked at some of the 1-stars at corner, but not all. That's my bad. I wouldn't even say that's your bad. I'm just saying, to your point, that's an interesting situation to be in. You're also presuming everyone's banging. Also true. In which case, yeah, you can be pretty confident that a lot of people in high school did not have, as the kids say, the Riz. So, it was a 2-to-1 ratio. When we walked out for graduation, every guy walked out with 2 girls. Never mind, your high school sounded like a great time. Christ. All right. Almost done with this process that is now taking 4 goddamn ever, but hey, we have fun here. We have fun. Niles, but bowling for soup told me high school never ends. In a lot of ways, that's true. In a lot of ways, that's true. Goodness. Oh, my school was the second smallest public school in Pennsylvania to have a football team. My brain immediately went to Amish. That was the thought. All the stuff I liked about high school ended, but hot damn, the click sure didn't. And that's the biggest thing, right? Like, there's a lot of people in life who just never get over the drama aspects of high school and the cliquey aspects of high school. That is the shit that never ends. There will always be people who just can't get over Amish stop at grade 8. I learned something today. Fair enough. I did not know that. Amish have their own school. Yeah, but that's not to say there could be a public. You could define an Amish school as public, though, to the community around. Because who's going to be like, 30 minutes down the road is that Amish school. Let's send Jimmy there. Like odds are they're going to be like, no, but, theoretically. So, I mean, technically, would an Amish school not be public to those that are Amish, because who else is in the community other than the people that are Amish? I'm just saying. All right? I'm just saying. I don't know a goddamn thing about the Amish other than, like, every once in a while on Reddit, people are like, look at how fucking awesome the Amish are at building things quickly. Goddamn, these people are talented. That's about all I know. Gotta be honest. Am I ready for the new NCAA game? Very much so. Very, very much so. Fingers crossed it is as good as everybody wants it to be. All right, we got to look at kicker and punter, and then we are done. And we are done. Are we shitting on the Amish? The opposite. The opposite, actually. I save my shitting on specific groups of people for Scientologists. Bruce Morrison, Clint Miller. All right. Let's see. Kickers. Richie Williams. Not bad. Marlon Jones. 84 overall kicker. Let's go. All right. There's some good kickers this year. And punters to round it out, even though I have no space left on my board. I just need to know if anybody's actually a JUCO. I'm sure there's a JUCO or two, because there normally are. 79 overall, Rodney Robinson. 78, Fontaine. Okay, there are actually some punters that we got to look at here. So I've had to remove quite a few people off of the list here. At running back, sorry to Brian Jones. Like, you're not bad at all, but we got to aim higher than that. Simply have to. Nerd, thank you for the 21, by the way. Probably won't make another stream for 6 months. I salute you. But if I have to watch another ad, I'm sorry that Twitch is like, hey, bombard your audience with ads all the time. But it's the world we live in, isn't it? I mean, in fairness, that's everything. Bombard your audience with ads at all times. Let's get Richie Williams out of there. There's actually a lot of goddamn players available this year. So again, at punter, 79 for Robinson, 78 for Fontaine, but he didn't want to be here. 74 for Andy Bonner. We'll look at those two. Not going to be able to land everybody. Isn't EA going to bombard you with them as you wait? Yeah, basically. Whew. All right, we got Bonner out of there, but we got an 83 punter and an 84 kicker. Not bad. Not bad at all. So let's take a look then. Obviously, we'll have to divvy up some points. I doubt we are in first for anybody. But look at some of the goddamn overalls that we have available to us this year. I mean, this could be an outstanding class. So many. Ooh, we are in for. Oh, baby, please. We have the maxed out Saban factor. 81 overall, Tenard Carpenter. Insta commit? No. Damn it. That would have been nice. Friggin' insta commit, man. I know 20% isn't a whole hell of a lot, but it still just feels like I have a significantly less chance of actually hitting that freaking mark. I don't know if you just saw our team needs, by the way, but Jesus Christ. So let's see. We got 34 people. I fat-fingered the calculator option. Oh my God, please divide it by 34 people. About 75 points a person. That is not much. I know numbers. I numbers well. 75 points a person. There's a real argument to cut someone like Nick Henry or Peter Evans. I think I am going to cut Nick Henry. He's only a 70. Tight end, we do have only one on roster for next year, but Peter Evans isn't that good. I have a fullback I can move over. We could just deal with a walk-on. Let's get him out of there, too. We are really going to have to aim for the best of the best. Honestly, Chad Walter at a 73, even you're not good enough for this year. We have to try to maximize the points that we have. We're even going to get rid of 74 overall guard Kevin Osborne. We have to aim high. 73 Daniel Sanders can go. Corners are good. Safeties. We'll get rid of Adam Fields. We'll keep Jason Bennett in the mix. And then we got our athletes. So that'll be a little bit better. That brought us down to 28. We'll be able to spread the wealth just a little bit more. Now at 91, yeah. So instead of 75 a person, it'll be 90. Which might not make a huge difference, but also it might. So it's worth a shot. I read on Twitter, it's going to be a shit ton of in-depth info. That is the word. We'll see if it happens. I haven't trusted anything in regards to CFB 25 leaks, though. So many people were convinced it was going to be a trailer during the Natty, you know? And that very much did not happen. So I'm just sitting back, waiting for them to reveal what they want to reveal and when they want to reveal it, and just hoping that the game's going to be good. Like, I'm trying to not get too hyped up because, well, I just got torched by NHL 24 a little bit in terms of getting my hypes up and being a little bit disappointed. So, given that it's the least amount I've played an NHL game in 25 years. So, yeah. Let's see, we'll have a couple of extra points here for the highest rated dudes. Let's go for that kicker. All right, cool. So that'll be week 1 in the books. We start off our new season. Oh, with goddamn Rutgers. This will be a fun one.